Listen, if you're that bothered about it, go and set up your own fucking channel and do your own shit. Bro, I'm getting one guide by his one guy right now. Purge. Purge. Purge this person. This person is undermining you. I've given you money, so you must do and think whatever I want whenever I think it. Bro, get f***ed, man. I'm gonna have to, listen, I'm gonna have to agree with Rose Mulet here.
For the future generations that stumble upon this video, please let this message be a warning and let it teach you empathy.
Right, guys. So, enough of that nonsense, okay? Let's talk about the real news today. Rose Mulet. Okay. I touched on this a bit yesterday, so we're going to be going over a slightly old ground, but then we'll be going over something fresh, okay? Something totally fresh. So, guys, right. For those of you that don't know, BradTasteInMusic has had a significant meltdown, I guess you could call it, over the past few days. It started off with him taking a picture with Ethan Klein and then getting criticized for taking that picture and then apologizing for taking that picture in what was widely considered as a very kind of, you know, spineless move, right? And then further to that, so following this kind of, you know, absurd, what do you call it? Act, I don't know. He then decided, following his apology for this, he then decided to defend Rose Mulet. So he recommended a Rose Mulet video, and then he defended Rose Mulet when he got pushed back for doing that. And the problem that you've got with that is, I think that people over-egg the pudding when they go at Rose Mulet. But she's a very controversial person. First of all, trans, controversy number one. But then there's all these other issues where, you know, crazy takes that have been had in the past about the R word, about grape. You got grape. You've got what else? Apparently stuff to do with animals, if you know what I mean. Just crazy takes on things. Now, I was saying when I spoke about it the other day, like, she's just an attention-seeking retard at the end of the day. But nonetheless, very controversial person. So Brad, in having defended Rose Mulet, caused more controversy amongst his audience, and it led to massive backlash. And from what I understand, his entire subreddit like turned against him, essentially. So yeah, it was a very controversial thing that he did to a lot of people. So I thought, credit to him. Fair enough. He's actually standing up for a little bit for what he thinks and what he believes, and he's being critical, and he's, you know, having a go at people that are trying to come at him for something that isn't that crazy. The reason the H3 photo was controversial was because people were claiming that Ethan Klein is a Zionist. That's it. That's the ins and outs of it. Because he didn't have a good enough take on Israel-Palestine. That's it. That's the long and the short of it. So yeah, in any case, it was completely unnecessary to walk back from that, but he did, and he apologized for it, which added to the absurdity of him, you know, going out on a limb to defend Rose Mulet, when it's like, hang on a minute, you are, you know, not willing to back up taking a picture with Ethan Klein, which is a totally innocuous act, considering his politics are fairly moderate, but then you're willing to go out on a limb to defend Rose Mulet. And I thought it seemed like he'd learnt from it and he'd moved forward, and he thought, no, I'm going to stand up for myself a bit. But maybe just the wrong person to go out on a limb to defend, you know? So anyway, that was that for a bit. But then, unfortunately, Brad couldn't hack it and decided to then walk back his defense of Rose Mulet. And Rose Mulet has then released a video talking about what happened. So we'll see what's what. But anyway, this is the statement. I'm sorry for platforming Rose Mulet. I really wanted to believe this person could change. I saw my own mental disability in this person, but they have said some of the most awful and evil stuff I've ever heard and seen. There is no room to be promoting someone like that here. And bear in mind, this guy was like going, you can see it on the other videos I've done about this. He was going super hard at defending Rose Mulet. It was nuts. Like really hard. He was like arguing with people on Twitter and stuff like that. It was all caps posting, complaining that people were coming at him. So it's like, great. He learned from the Ethan Klein situation to robustly defend someone when he feels like he wants to, which he did for a bit, but then he's walked it back, which kind of makes it worse in a way. And then he still hasn't really, you know, closed off the idea in regards to Ethan Klein. It's like, you know, he should have just fucking focused on Ethan Klein. He should have grew a spine in terms of defending himself with the Ethan Klein stuff. That should have been his move. He should have said, listen, guys, I was wrong to apologize for that. I don't need to apologize for taking a picture with a YouTuber. You were wrong. I was right. That's my position. End of discussion. Boom. Move forward. But instead, he kind of left that open and then moved on to the Rose Mulet stuff. But now he's walked back the Rose Mulet stuff too. Yeah, exactly. As I said, I think people, you know, I mean, Rose Mulet is very controversial. I think some of the controversy is justified, but some of it is based on her just saying wacky, crazy stuff for attention. But yeah, very controversial person to defend, particularly after you kind of folded on the Ethan Klein stuff. Rubber spine. I mean, yeah, that's the long and the short of it. So once again, showing that he's not willing to kind of stand on his ideas, and he just folds on this too. It's like, dude, you need a PR guy or something. I don't know. Anyway, continuing on. I did not know about the SA stuff, which I don't know if that's even true. I'm a bit skeptical of that. I just assumed it was in the big pile of stuff I ignored about this person for the first time. I forgave them. Deep down, I didn't want to believe what I was being told. I thought maybe if promoted something productive they would change. Once I was made aware of everything she has done, I should have immediately taken the post and made it clear how I feel about her actions. Instead, I attacked the people who were trying to help me and misrepresented my views disastrously. Oh my God, dude. Sorry to my community for being grossly negligent and self-destructive. Even the way he's explaining it is excessive. Literally so he himself didn't do anything that crazy to justify calling himself negligent. All he did was say, hey, here's a Rose Mulet video. Oh, I think Rose Mulet's changed and isn't like they used to be. And that was it, really. He didn't really say anything beyond that. But now it's like he's having to fucking, you know, bend over backwards to call himself grossly negligent and self-destructive. Bro, you're fine. You're golden. You don't need to apologize to this level even. You can just say, you know, I've changed my mind. I feel like there's some stuff I can't overlook and I'm not supporting Rose Mulet anymore. Sorry to my community for being grossly negligent. Oh, God. Bro, that's crazy. Sorry to my audience who got dragged into this. I know this has reflected poorly on me and the people around me. And then, obviously, like I said, I did look at this yesterday, but if you look at the comments, there's people that are saying things like, you know, this is all I wanted. This is all I wanted from you. And it's like, why? Why? And it's like, dude, these are the worst people. These are the worst possible people that you try and placate because you're negotiating with terrorists at that point. Right? They're saying, this is what I wanted from you. Well, you're giving it to them. So you're demonstrating that these tactics work. And if they can just bleat enough about something, you'll fold and give them what they want. No, you are a content creator. You are a content creator. You decide what's what, you know, you decide what the deal is and you go from there. don't fold to your fucking audience like this. It's crazy.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the 333.
For years. WTF.
You need to have people that are robust enough to have a disagreement with what you do or what you say, or someone you back up or support, and not completely, abandon you, or you've got to change, or they're going to abandon you, or the risk is that they abandon you. Yes. Decisions made during anxiety. Yeah, probably true. To play devil's advocate, him folding on this is much more understandable than folding on the Ethan stuff. I would agree with that. Yes, of course. Going out on a limb to defend someone so controversial and then walking it back is more understandable. But this flip-flopping is just... It's like showing weakness. And then obviously the people that are watching are going to potentially pounce on that, as they seem to have done in these comments,
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the membership.
Nick M became a member. Nick M celebrates 2 months of membership. Chud. Brad's literal mods were calling him out on Twitter and the comments saying they were ready to jump ship.
Okay, if you've got
wonderful.
Examples of that, I'll look at it.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Never be a yes man to your audience.
True. Thank you for the $3. If you've got examples of that, let me know. All I saw was that he'd gone on stream and talked a little bit about it. I mean, there's not really much meat on the bone here from what I could tell. And obviously, I don't want to play copyright music. But, yeah.
Did you guys hear? They're trying to cancel Eminem. Gen Z is trying to cancel Eminem. It's true. Okay, honey. Okay.
His comment on cancellation is I think, self-referential. Okay? So I think that's an allusion to him having been cancelled. And that's another point as well, Dickers, yeah. He realizes that he's trying to complain about his audience to his audience. Yeah, bro, you're talking to the people that are trying to do that, right? I appreciate that some of the commentary people have gotten involved and have spoken about this. But, they're not trying to, cancel you. They're just criticizing you for having done things. I don't think they've got any skin in the game in terms of, it's just saying you're kind of spineless and you don't back up your points, or don't back yourself up.
He's trying. Gen Z.
Okay, don't worry, guys. We're going to figure this out. Fix it in post. Fix it in post. There we go.
Rapper. Old ass man. This dude is so old. Holy shit. What is he, 50 now? This guy's just it's old as shit. How old is Eminem? 51! Eminem is 51 years old. Holy shit. And Slim Shady is just now dying. Fair enough. Brad, you're very old as well. I am literally less than half his age. Literally. Bro, aren't you 40? I'm 24. You ready for mid? Yeah.
Nearly 24. No.
Literally, who is trying to cancel him? The only thing I hear about him are from old... Dude, no one gives a fuck about Eminem. No one's trying to cancel him because no one cares. At the end of the day, it's just words. The dude is saying words. It's...
So, I mean, I don't know if I'm reading too much into this. Like I say, there isn't much meat on the bone with this particular part. But, he's talking about himself, right? I think he's using a discussion about Eminem to allude to his own situation. Presumably because he doesn't want to open up a can of worms and start talking about his own cancellation, I think.
It's really hard to be mad at him when there's people doing shit way worse than him, so, The death of Slim Shady. Oh my god, let me guess, here's the concept here, okay? Gen Z is trying to cancel Slim Shady? No way, honey. He's gonna rise from the grave. The death of Slim Shady. It's not over. You can never kill Slim Shady. Play my first video. What? My first video? On an Eminem stream? Okay, honey. 50,000 views. Wow.
So
How my name
anyway,
is Eminem.
you know, obviously we're not going to watch the whole VOD. I just thought that was quite interesting because it seemed like at this stage of the VOD at least, he didn't want to kind of comment on what had happened, but he wanted to allude to it using the Eminem thing, I guess. I mean, I think that's what's happening. And then, yeah, for a while, I think he just kind of goes into covering his normal music shtick or whatever, right? But yeah, and then there was this. So first of all, well, there's two parts to this. First of all, there's him speaking about this, what looks like later on the same stream. So we got this moment, first of all.
Appreciate the patience. I'm worried because I made a total ass of myself.
Yo! Super quiet. Jesus. Okay, let's pump it up a bit. Can we do this?
Appreciate the patience. I'm worried because I made a total ass of myself.
Why is it so Why is it so... What is going on? What a disaster. I know, it's really quiet. I don't know why. It's because it's because there's no volume, and now it's just stopped loading for some reason. This is cranked up to max volume. Guys, don't worry, I'm going to figure this out, okay? Right, Opera, I'm going to crank that to the max. I'm going to crank my headphones to the max. Okay? Okay, let's try that.
Appreciate the patience. I'm worried because I made a total ass of myself. And I think streaming is not...
No subtitles.
Like... you know, I made a fool of myself online.
He's saying he made a total ass of himself. He made a total fool of himself online, if you can't hear that, okay?
In front of, like, everybody. I'm just dealing with that. I'm figuring that out. Bro, just play the music.
Oh my god, dude! Why does whenever I watch a clip of this guy now, something happens that makes me feel some sympathy for him. That is so annoying when people do that. When people try and control what you're doing on the stream. Bro, if you don't like it, fuck off and watch something else. Okay? Listen, if you're that bothered about it, go and set up your own fucking channel and do your own shit. Bro, I'm getting one guide by his one guy right now. It's infuriating, though. Stop pausing, just play the video. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Oh, very funny.
Thank you, Allie. No, I'm thinking about shutting the stream down and refunding.
What? He's thinking about he's thinking about show. He's thinking about stopping his stream. And what, refunding? This guy's crazy. Bro, he was... Dude, this guy is insane. He was willing to fall on the sword for Rose Mulet for a few days. And now it's gone bad or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm just going to end it all in terms of his stream. I think he means refunding his memberships or something. I'm guessing there's probably a way you can do that if you know, delete your chat, delete your stream. I don't know how it works, but I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will be refunding anyone who sent in anything on the stream for today.
Bro, what's he doing? You don't need to do that. This guy's fucking lost the plot. You've provided entertainment for people for however long you streamed for. No, unlucky. I'm ending the stream and I'm keeping your money. Get fucked. Bro, this guy has lost it. He's just... It feels like he's making a move and you're like, okay, cool. He's making a move in that direction, based. And then he fucking back over the other way. Oh, I'm going to end my stream and refund it.
I need to take the rest of the day off. Yeah. Again, not punishing myself, not punishing you. It's just I did some really dumb shit. I said
Okay, that's wonderful.
some really
but how
dumb
do I make
shit.
money off depressed people?
Who would win in a Hell in the Cell match, Brad or Sunday?
Good question. Probably Sunday. Weight advantage. Thank you for the $5.
And I can't just act like it didn't happen. All right. See you guys later.
That's the end. That's the end. What was the community response to this? Oh, apparently, okay. Apparently, this is another funny part of this, okay?
Appreciate the patience. I'm
Apparently his girlfriend got involved too. Oh no. No! Not the girlfriend getting involved. Come on, dude. That's a bad call. That is a bad move. So Tina, I see you guys. I just want to let anyone who cares about Brad in this community know that I'm doing my best to support him behind the scenes. The way they're talking about this is just crazy. His crime, his crime, except for being a bit wretched and spineless, is, you know, he went out on a limb for someone who said some crazy controversial stuff. That's it. Like, in terms of the Rose Mulet stuff, he's not really done anything that wrong to apologize for, and he's acting like he's graped. This is the kind of post that you'd see of a girlfriend who's trying to help their partner who's got accused of a bunch of sexual misconduct or something like that. I'm doing my best to support him behind the scenes. Some of you do seem to understand how hard this all must be emotionally for him, and I appreciate that. Because it really is not easy to be a sensitive, well-meaning person on the internet, and there's no instruction manual for this. Lots of damned if you do, damned if you don't type situations. Please take it from me, Brad cares about you guys, and he is truly constantly growing and learning. One of the most pure-hearted people I've met, who also sometimes shoots himself in the foot and completely misrepresents himself publicly. If you feel wronged by him currently because his words, actions haven't aligned with who you imagined he is, that's okay. You're allowed to feel that. No! Dude. No. Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. If you feel wronged because you've got a perception of a content creator that doesn't align with who they are, that's on you and you're a retard. What? No. It feels like you're just fueling an unironic parasocial aspect to this. Dude, this is opening it up to the worst, most weird freaks who will run you ragged around what they want. You know? Do not do this. Terrible. I hope you get the resolution to those feelings that you're looking for. He's his own person who makes his own decisions, but I do know him better than anyone on this earth. We've been together for 5 years, and I believe in him wholeheartedly, and I really hope that counts for something. To be completely candid, as his partner, it's really hard to see you guys questioning. Nah, dude, this is this should be coming from him, okay, first of all. And what he should be saying is, stop fucking questioning my every move. I'm going to do what I want to do, and if you don't like it, fuck off, okay? Because it is at that level now, I think, that he needs to do something that you know, not extreme, but do you know what I mean? Something that direct. Because he is getting pulled from pillar to post with all these different controversies, and he needs to just present a strong image of, this is what I'm doing, this is my direction, and that's what I want to do, you know? And this is way too, so it should be coming from him, and it's way too soft. Like, no, these people are completely and utterly unreasonable. They are terrorists. They are terrorists of your channel, because they want to cause and wreak havoc in order to get you to do what they want you to do, which is to, you know, bend the knee at every opportunity for everything, constantly. God, it's just so infuriating that this soft touch is being taken. Where, you know, you probably would lose some people, but you'd be strengthened in the long run, because you could put your stall out, this is what it's going to be, and then you'll lose some people, and then probably pick people up as you move forward. Bad move. Bad move. It's really hard to see you guys questioning if he's even a good person, when I know that he is. But once again, there's no instruction manual for any of this. I am naturally a shy and anxious person. Oh my God. I don't really like being perceived by a lot of people. And I don't know when or if I should ever say anything, especially when I know it's going to get clipped or screenshotted, taken out of context, whether in good or bad faith, and possibly misunderstood. And I never want to speak for Brad or share things that aren't mine to share. So I feel I should at least say that Brad didn't ask me to post this. I just genuinely care about you guys. Oh my God, dude. Way too nice. Too nice. People say I'm too nice. This is too nice, okay? And it's just the dynamic of your girlfriend getting involved. It just looks horrendous. You can't put your big boy pants on, so your girlfriend's got to come and speak up for you. I'm too much of a control freak over this sort of thing to let a woman speak on my behalf like this. Oh, you know, I mean, maybe he didn't ask, but like, oh, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm going to go and put a comment on your subreddit and clear all this up. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Dude, it's so freaking insane, dude. It's like a lack of vision or direction or knowledge of what you're doing. And it's like you've not got that kind of instinct to think, that's stupid, that's wrong. I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh my God, bro. Are you sure it wasn't the Cali Kush? Maybe. Hey, maybe it is. Maybe it is. It could well be. Jesus Christ. I genuinely care about you guys and want to maybe provide some reassurance that he's a good guy and he's got someone here for him. I'm sorry things have been so tumultuous here lately. Take a break, stay here if you want, reach out to friends, do what you need to do. Brad will be okay, I'll be okay, and so will all of you. In the least parasocial way possible, love you guys. Oh my God, dude. Now listen, I do need to be fair. I think that this person is not malicious, right? Like, clearly they care and they want to try and help. But it's like killing with kindness. It's too much. This should be coming from him. I think it comes across as kind of weak coming from your partner. He's the one that should be leading the charge. He's the one that should be putting out the message, not you. This is a bad move, I would say. Okay, so this is then, I guess, further commentary on what this clip is. So it just explains what we just saw a moment ago. So what now? Given Brad's bullheadedness going into this, it is likely going to take him some time to fully process the mistakes he made. What, dude, bro? What? Is this your mother? Who is this person? Who the fuck is this? I'm gonna fucking lose it in a minute. Who is this retard that is saying this about you? He's been a very naughty boy. Bro, I tell this person to get fucked. I'd be like, fuck off. Leave. Get out. If someone said about me, they need some time to fully process the mistakes they'd made. No, thank you. I don't need you. Oh my God. It's one of his moderators. Oh. Purge. Purge. Purge this person. This person is undermining you. Whether or not you sympathize with that is up to you. But I do ask during this time to not harass Brad. I say this not because Brad did no wrong, or that people here are harassing Brad right now. I haven't seen any of that happening, but because it absolutely will not help Brad in understanding what he did wrong. They're talking about this guy like he's a dog that shat on the kitchen floor. This is bizarre. This is totally bizarre to me. Why are you, as a content creator, allowing your mod to talk about you in this way? Publicly. I mean, look, obviously disagreements happen with people that you work with on a channel and you try and manage that as best you can. But to allow a moderator to go out and say this publicly about you is... You might as well just go and get pegged on stream, to be honest with you. Getting little bro by a Janny. I hope he's not paying this person. That would make it even worse. With a number of staff members, as well as Tina vying for his ear, so rest assured, stuff is happening behind the scenes. This is not being swept under the rug. Okay, hang on a second. Something's just clicked as well. Hang on a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, guys. I was right to feel sympathy for Brad, okay? Is Brad very weak, spineless? Yes, obviously, everything I've said I think still applies. I tell you what's probably happening, though. He is being split from pillar to post on this. Clearly, that's happening behind the scenes. So it seems quite obvious to me, one of the reasons he's having these public issues is he's got fucking people in his ear that are telling him this, telling him that. And rather than utilize that in order to make a decision and progress forward, he's allowing that to kind of overtake him and affect his decision making to a high degree. Shelby, that's what I've been saying. Yes, listen, correct. Jesus Christ, dude. He's been broken. It's a psyop. You know, I mean, listen, I'm not looking... I briefly spoke to Rose Mulet earlier, okay? And from what I can ascertain, I think that Brad has kind of cut Rose off quite, you know, kind of like that. And I think that probably adds to this idea that, yeah, that's probably what's happened. He's had someone in his ear. Oh, this Rose Mulet person is really bad. Don't you know they said this? And then he's gone, oh, I better listen to this person and my girlfriend. Yeah, it's just, you are the mods. I mean, boss is a bit of a cringe way of putting it. I don't think of it like that. But, you know, thank you to the mods for doing stuff. That's great, but that doesn't give you any power over the chat. It should give you no power over the overall channel and content that you're doing or the public messaging that you're putting out there, right? At best, I think the format should be they act as like advisors or can guide you if you've got a question about something, right? But then also, who even is this person? Top concern. What relevant knowledge or insight do they have to know how to deal with any of this? Have they run a YouTube channel? Have they dealt with controversy? Do they know what the best move is, given a certain thing?
Off depressed people?
What? Brad was broken on the soil and track.
Very true. Thank you for the $10. Very generous. Well, I think the girlfriend thing, I don't think... She needs to just stop participating publicly in this, okay? At best, she should be a sideline character that occasionally pops up, but having her make statements for you is cringe and stupid and gay. And this is just utterly absurd. No, thank you. Humegalo Reddit shitter. Yes, exactly. Why are you, as an adult man, letting a Humegalo Reddit shitter speak publicly for you? They gotta go. They clearly are relishing the control that they have in this situation, you know?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Whenever soy inquisitors get put in the public spotlight, they instantly fold. Like what happened with that freak who modded our /YouTube drama.
Yes, very true. Thank you for the $5 New Zealand dollars. Thank you. Yep, absolutely correct and true. Oh my god, dude. Okay, there's more. Okay, I didn't realize this. There's more gold on the subreddit. Look at this. BradTaste Uncut Reaction channel goes on hiatus. Sorry, is this a channel that is benefiting from your content and they're going on a break because they're not like something good? Fuck off. Bro, what? Maybe I'm misunderstanding the dynamic here. This seems like one of those clip channels, no? Good riddance. Fuck off then. Can't stand the heat, get out of the fucking kitchen, okay? Am I crazy? It looks like one of those channels that takes your content and like puts it up, but you let it happen because you're a nice person, or maybe there's content you're not putting up on your channel or something like that. Oh my god, dude. Hey there. There's something I need to tell you. I want to take a hiatus from the channel due to the recent events of Brad promoting and defending Rose Mulet. July has been very rough to me regarding being in this community. Oh. Tragic. Tragic. My offer still stands, by the way. I did say to Rose Mulet, you know, about maybe getting Brad on the channel, but I don't know. I don't know if they're on good terms to do that anymore. But yeah, I'd love to speak to this guy. Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? I'd even speak to him privately. I'm genuinely feeling a certain way about this, that I would even forego the benefit of speaking to him on stream just to try and talk some fucking sense into this guy. Because fuck me, this is absurd. If this got posted, your response should be, get fucked, loser. Like, why are you... Dude, this diatribe about, oh, you're quitting because there's some drama swirling about the channel of the guy whose content you rip. It's... He's beyond help, maybe. Okay. Seeing the community and creators unknown turn on was heartbreaking yet understandable. Made me question whether or not being here was worth it. I'm not quitting, but looking how hostile the online environment is around him, I'd rather do something else than keep up with the drama. Okay, well listen, mate, it's not a fucking airport, is it? You don't need to announce your departure. Just stop, mate. Just stop doing it. God, these little busybodies. They get in and they think they're important and they think they got something to say and a comment to make and a statement to make. Like they're some fucking politician. Oh my God, it's infuriating to look at. I'm not reading all this, man. One more thing, Rose Mulet. You are not welcome in this community. People in this community, especially Brad Cord, have been aware of your actions for a while now, and Brad going to bat for you is what broke the camel's back and drove people away. Especially after how he went after Melanie Martinez and that one YouTuber who spent hours defending her for doing what you did, ironic or not. Your problematic history is well documented, and not once have you shown that you've changed since your most recent problematic statement was a few weeks ago. Well, yeah, is this channel monetized, I guess, is a good question. I mean, if this guy, I don't know. If this guy's making money off of Brad's content and has got this kind of attitude, I mean, that's just fucking disgraceful, as far as I'm concerned. What right have you got? This only exists because of BradTaste. And that's not to say that you need to have, you know, unlimited, unending respect for the guy, right? But if you genuinely are not happy with what's going on, just stop. You know, stop. It's that simple. I mean, he's got 8.5k subs.
They would skip mezzanine. Yeah, because...
Doesn't look like there's a join button, so maybe not monetized. I don't know. I mean, even so, even if it's not monetized, you've from the looks of it got a kind of quite reasonable use of their content, right? Well, I can't speak to the money thing. Sorry, I've skipped some of this because it's a lot of text, but I just want to take us one step back. Other mods have recommended that I take a step back, and I think that I should. Especially to recover from the fact that I spent way too much on the reaction streams for my liking, and I feel like I have buyer's remorse. Okay. Maybe that theory of him making money is wrong. Maybe it's the other way around, and he feels like he spent too much money supporting him. Dude. Right. Yeah, well, welcome to content. You give people money and it turns out, you know, they change or whatever. Who cares, bro? God, these people feel like they're owed something for having supported you. It's unbelievable to me. What you're owed for support is content. Did you get the content? Yes or no? If you did, there we go. Fair trade. Okay? End of conversation. God, it's just so unbelievable. These people are so entitled, dude. I've given you money, so you must do and think whatever I want whenever I think it. Bro, get fucked, man. Oh. You defended SA and made racist comments for years, and even went on to Debate Bro streams to defend these positions. It doesn't matter if you changed or not, because one, you never apologized for this. Listen, this is complete nonsense. This is someone that you should tell to get fucked as well. Because he charges $10 a minute to review custom shit that they sent. Yeah. Did he review? Okay. Did he review the thing that they paid for? Yes. End of conversation. If you didn't, refund that then, and then call it quits. And the person is whole as they should have been before. There is literally no reason for them to expect anything beyond the content they're paying for. Buyer's remorse, dude. Over giving some guy some money to review music on a YouTube channel. Oh, dude, it's unreal. I would tell you, well, we're going to watch the Rose video in a sec. Yeah, this is very grotesque behavior from these people. Very manipulative. And I think that, again, it's very clear that because Brad has folded on it, you know, they know that they're going to get what they want, which is hence why it's happening like this. Oh, Jesus, man. Horrible situation to be in. So we're going to look at that response. Anything else here?
Okay, that's wonderful. But
I'm done. He needs actual help.
People?
But Chud, I thought I was a close personal friend per the contract.
Hey! You're my close personal friend. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Anyone that does this is worthless. Totally and utterly worthless waste of flesh. Okay? Like that sponsorship, do you? Oh, it's not there anymore. Good, leave. No, dude, absolutely worthless sack of flesh doing stuff like that. Here's $5, $10, whatever it is. Oh, here's $10. Oh, unlucky, I haven't got it anymore. Oh, bro. I'm so glad I don't work in fucking retail anymore. Well, I'm going to cancel my membership. I'm leaving. The unsaid, get fucked, retard. Which you can say now doing this. Just leave. I'm never shopping here again. Oh, Brad, you need to tell these people to get fucked. Don't placate to these freaks, dude. If you're hoping the last few hours have given Brad a chance to consider his position, well, Twitter has destroyed my mental state, and it's caused me to blame myself for so much shit that it isn't my fault. It's awful. I'm trying to just be a good person and speak my mind, but then that makes me the worst, most degenerate piece of scum on the planet. It's actually making me go insane. This guy is an absolute mess. All different people telling him different things. Utter disaster. Brad clearly has a god complex. Oh, what? Jesus Christ, dude. They're psychoanalyzing you, dude. Wrongly, too. They're saying you got a god complex. That's one of the most retarded takes I could have envisioned for this Brad dude. Armchair Redditors, armchair psychiatrists. Look, another one. Cancel my membership. I'm done. I'm tired of it. Brad is hurting
that's
people.
Wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I remember I was one donor away from your love. Very true. Thank you for the $2. Get offline, get therapy. Apologize to the people you've hurt in that order. Okay, that's just a normal one. The absolute fucking gall to post this shit after the apology video. I guess that's the Rose Mulet thing which we're going to look at. Pretty sure Rose's song was made with the help of AI. Who cares? Who cares? Who fucking cares, losers? Brad, don't die. Oh my god, dude. Oh yeah, those are the tweets. We covered those. The tweets. But
how do I make money off depressed people?
Your fair and balanced nature conflicts with my unbalanced wants. I'ma cancel my membership. Hey BTW, can I please go buy this membership real quick? I know what I said earlier, but I was being unbalanced.
Thank you, Superfan, for the 333. This stuff genuinely makes me annoyed, okay? More annoyed than I get at the rightoids earlier and yesterday. Just infuriating. Utterly infuriating that the entitlement, and it's just disgusting to me. You know, especially with this fucking, you know, it's a fair trade. I'll give you content. You want to support me? Good. If at any point you don't want to, we'll call it quits and you can go your separate way and we'll leave it at that. That's the deal. Hey! J Meta, you legend. Thank you for the $50 super sticker. That is mental. Lemon Character and Baby Lemon twirling around in the air hugging. Thank you for the $50 super sticker. Very generous. Thank you. Based. And the thing is, you can get to a place, I think, where people understand this and they get that's the dynamic, right? You know, and that's great. But dude, I don't know what I want to do with this. I want to do something, but I can't do anything. I'm completely powerless to do anything in any regard to this. But yeah. More horrific, also, the other thing that's really annoying about this is that I want to defend Rose Mulet more, but I don't want to do that because Rose Mulet is an annoying, attention-seeking retard, you know, in my experience, talking or engaging with this person. But when they say stuff like this, horrific Rose Mulet tweets, horrific tweet, bro. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Why can't they be the ones who have to deal with that BS instead of us? It's not fair. If it was acceptable to be racist and homophobic, the amount of bigotry would spread out more and trans people wouldn't get hit so hard. That's funny. That's based. They're saying, stop coming at me, go at the blacks more, and then it spreads out, doesn't it? That's funny. Yes. Oh, woke logic. Okay. I mean, like every single. This is what annoys me when people act like Rose Mulet is some big threat. Every single thing they do is attention seeking. Look at this tweet and tell me this isn't someone that's just saying whatever thing they can think of to try and garner attention for their pathetic music career. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're experiencing tons of population growth, and there is large area of usable land. but we can't use it because they're Native American reservations. Bro, it's obvious attention seeking. And this one is quite funny. I think they should be able to build houses there. It would surely help the city be affordable again. Right? I mean, this is apparently a horrific tweet. An obviously overstated, insane, anti-woke perspective, or whatever you want to call it, that is clearly to elicit a strong reaction. And you're sat there, like, seething about this. I mean, come on, dude. Oh, look, it's Gammy. Remember Gammy? We're not going to look at all of these. I want to get to the video, actually. Okay, well, this one's got the R word in it. Rose Mulet, fake attempt to commit suicide, live streams the fake event, tells people that are concerned and asking if they should call the police, this is the hotline, or the police, that no, they shouldn't. And if they do, they were the ones that redacted her. Okay. Okay. I'm supposed to, you're telling me I'm supposed to say this person is some massive, major threat to society? Like, dude, come on. It's obvious what they're doing. Is it not obvious to people that clearly this is all about attention seeking and not about actual unironic expression of views and beliefs? It's funny. Have a laugh about it, you know, at least. At the very least, start there. Okay. So anyway,
I am going.
that was a little taste of BradTasteInMusic subreddit following all this drama with Rose Mulet. I think that they're getting pulled in various different directions by various different people. I think he needs to have a stronger line on what he wants to do with his channel, follow that, express what he wants to do, and move forward. But instead, he feels like he's getting pulled around everywhere, and he's letting mods set the narrative on things. That's just completely unacceptable. Grow a spine. Grow a spine. Anyway. So, there we go. That's that part of the update. Now, obviously, as I've sort of mentioned and as we've seen, you can see a little taste of it there. Brad has also, alongside all of this aspect, genuinely, from what I've heard, like, just cut Rose Mulet off. And I think they've spoken quite a bit before. I think they've been quite friendly to each other. But he's just like a cancerous growth. You know? So anyway, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. And we'll see what's going on, shall we? So this is the video that Rose Mulet posted in response to this.
I am going to say something.
Oh, shit! Sorry. I forgot I turned the volume right up, didn't I? That was because of the Reddit thing, too. Rose Mulet blasting in your ears. Literally the last thing you want. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was an accident, okay? I forgot I had to turn it up. Booming voice. Look, guys, okay? Obviously, I've said my piece about Rose Mulet in the past. Made my position clear on what I think they are. I don't want to be too harsh, okay? I'm feeling very charitable today. So I will avoid commenting on their appearance, because that's not on. And I'm just going to focus on the words that they say, alright?
I am going to say some things that sound alarming. I just want you to know that I am okay and not to worry about me. It's no secret that a lot has happened in the past 48 hours. A lot of attention has been hurled my way that I didn't ask for. It's very weird to have somebody one day tell you that they're advocating for you so strongly.
So I've got to be real with you. I am unfortunately incredibly skeptical straight away of Rose Mulet because I know that they've dishonestly presented things in the past, okay? So I'm off to a bad start in believing all this. That's what I'm trying to say. I do not accept anything for red with this person. She got herstory Well, yeah, I mean, my only experiences and interactions with this person, repeatedly, dishonestly saying, lying, garnering attention, saying crazy stuff, and so on. You know. So yeah, I just straight away I'm like, okay, take it with a pinch of salt. Let's put it that way.
And so publicly, and tell you that it's okay to make mistakes, only for the next day for them to publicly bash you, to not even be sure where you stand with this person, not knowing if they hate your guts. And you know, if it was something that I did, I would understand that and I'd probably make peace with that. But the thing that really confuses me, that I don't get, is that I truly feel in this situation I handled it the best that I could. Obviously, I can't claim to be perfect, but I see what's going on, and I've come to the realization that I genuinely don't think there was anything that I could have done that would have prevented this. I
mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to agree with Rose Mulet here. I feel like you guys are too focused on the way that Rose looks. I think you're a bit too distracted by that for one reason or another. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just give you something else to look at so you can not be so distracted, okay? Let's just chuck that out there. There we go. Perfect. There we go. What do you reckon, guys? I reckon that's probably a oh. Anyway, yeah, I think Rose is correct here. There wouldn't have been anything that could have been done. I guess you could argue, well, maybe you could have put out a statement addressing some of your old controversies more publicly, because they're like, oh no, it's on the second channel and it's personal, don't watch it. But Rose has got such a bad reputation now that I don't think there's anything that can be done in that regard. People absolutely... This sounds so harsh, but it's true. People despise Rose Mulet because of all the attention seeking and all the stuff that's happened and so on. So I think that there would need to be a lot of change and a lot of things demonstrated for people to get on board with that. But even then, it doesn't matter. People are still going to hate you and are still going to despise you. So you've kind of got to accept that that's going to be the case. Even if you put out a statement that addresses your controversies, you know? But if you at least put it out and say, I disavow this, I disavow that, that's at least something to point to say, hey, you know, there we go. Look, at least I've said that about it now.
Could have done everything correct, responded in the most mature way possible, and the outcome would still be the same. And that's made me realize something. For the longest time, I had hope. Maybe it was pure delusion on my head, wishful thinking. I had this idea that if I made an effort to do something positive, to focus my energy on productive things, being kind to people, getting rid of all the toxicity on social media, I thought that if I did that, people would understand me and I could finally be known for something greater. That this state that I've been trapped in for so long, there was an escape. And that if I just played my cards right, I'd be able to find people that saw me for me, that I'd have.
I think this might be real, actually. bit hesitant with that claim, because I really do not trust Rose Mulet. But I don't know. There's something about the fact that they've come on to the video looking like this, very candid. They look they're very candid image, a very candid image. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe they do genuinely feel upset about this. I guess we'll save our full take for when we hear the song that Rose Mulet has apparently released about the situation. I don't know. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
I have a group of supportive people on my side. Like I've said previously, the reason I worked so hard on those videos is because there was a lot at stake. For me, being successful on YouTube is a matter of survival. And the reason I say it like
I hate food shops. What does she have to do with me? Well, you both trans. You both have got, you know, particular interests. Okay. Anyway, listen, we don't need to get into it in any detail, but listen, there's some similarities, let's put it that way.
Like that is because if this doesn't work out for the rest of my life, I'm going to have thousands of people who view me as this monster, and I wanted to be known for something greater than that. I thought that everyone was capable of redemption and that forgiveness was a thing that most people had the capacity for. What this situation made me realize,
okay, that's wonderful.
is that this is not
money off depressed people.
Show us your hands, Chud.
Guys, you guys are fucking insane. This chaser stuff has got well out of control. Guys, please have some, you know, faith in my
the case, and no matter what I do, I could make the best videos. I could be the most positive person. From this point on, I could make all the right choices, but that wouldn't matter because there is no escape.
God, I am feeling very nice today, I must say. But like, it is just true that Rose Mulet's reputation is so in the dirt that for some people, there's nothing that can be done. Now, I would understand that if someone had committed some sort of egregious crime.
Okay, that's wonderful.
But the worst that Rose has done is have some wacky takes on things. Some offensive take. Call it offensive takes. I don't know what you call it. You know.
Okay, that's
attention-seeking, crazy takes, worthless music. The music is the biggest crime of all. Hey, thank you for the super chats, guys. Who is this? It's Rose Mulet. It's kind of funny that people are like, who is this? And it's like, I get that maybe you don't know who they are, but it's funny that Brad has had such big controversy just from recommending one of this person's videos. Then people are like, who even is this? Because, yeah, Rose is not a particularly prominent person. Rose is just attention seeker. No. Well, that's Rose's problem. Rose has never been well known. And Rose has wanted to be well known. Rose wants to be some sort of music artist. That's their dream. That's why they've done all this stupid attention seeking stuff in the first place. So, it's like, there is nothing that can be done. But I don't think that Rose Mulet's crimes are egregious enough that should be the case. You know, who was it the other day in chat? So, someone or some people were comparing Rose Mulet to, what's that Asian nonce? The one that, you know, spoke to all the people. And they were like, oh no, they're just joking. It turned out they weren't. Amos Yee. Not food shop. Amos Yee. There's comparisons being made to Amos Yee. And it's like, the problem with that comparison, though, is that Amos Yee was joking about the things that he ended up actually being caught with. So what would it be in this situation? You know, it's very clear that Rose Mulet is not wanting to grape others. If anything, Rose Mulet is looking for the grape for themselves. So what? They'd get graped. I mean, okay. What else is there? I guess the animal stuff was a bit wacky. That's pretty bad. I can't remember what it was, but I heard that was bad. But in any case, again, I don't think that it is like an Amos Yee situation. I don't think that Rose Mulet is saying these things as like a hidden veil over their true actions and beliefs. I think it's more so just, like I say, attention, attention, attention. I mean, to be honest with you, if Rose Mulet does get what they want, there are some positives, as is being pointed out in chat. Might solve the housing crisis by building on that indigenous land. Eh? So there are some upsides.
Escape from this. And after coming to that realization, I've realized that the rest of my life is not going to get any better. Genuinely speaking, there is no path that leads to redemption. There is no path where I can just be treated like a normal person again. And I just want you to know that I really tried. Whether or not you personally believe that, just please trust me when I say that, even though there really wasn't motivation for me to try, because it was clear that people had already made up their mind about me. I still did it anyway because I thought it was the right thing to do, and I had faith that that would get me out of this mess. I no longer have that faith. The thing that kept me motivated in life was this idea.
Okay, get to the point, Rose.
This
Come on.
fantasy that I convinced myself.
No, don't talk about your fantasies, Rose. Definitely don't talk about that. That's what got you in trouble before. Do not mention that.
Was reality, where I would be able to escape this, and that one day this would all be behind me, and that people would just understand who I am. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world, and for the same reasons why I advocate so hardly for redemption and rehabilitation and forgiveness, it's clear to me that we are not there yet. And
it's overwrought, okay? It's overwrought. You said a bunch of controversial stuff for attention. You got attention. It's bad attention, and it stayed with you. Okay? Right. Account for those comments. Say what you think about it now. Point out where you were messing around, fucking around, joking, embellishing, and what you really think. Put it out and call it a day. This is too much. This is too excessive. Too yappy.
I feel like I have been very patient waiting to get there. But it seems like things have only gotten worse. My only hope is this: in the future, somebody will watch this video, and this will be a cautionary tale of what happens when society refuses to accept growth. I know that there will be a day in the
It's just like, yes, they're annoying and all the stuff I said, but there is a point there, I think. It is true that you do say something and that's it forever. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that Rose has done enough to really justify this weepy shit, because I don't know. I don't know what their views are on what they said before. Make it clear. At least start with that. She's faking it. Well, there is a warning sign of potential fakery, isn't there? If you know what I mean. Eh? Well, the lesson is, really, that optics do matter. You can't just say whatever you want. And you need to sometimes be cautious and, what's the right word? Like, just a bit, rein it in a bit of what you say, just to make sure that you don't end up with something haunting you forever. It's funny because me and DK have, spoken about this exact matter in terms of like some of the discussion, well, let's not get into what it's about exactly. I mean, that kind of steps in the same problem, if you like. But there's some things that are just better left unsaid. And there's some conversations that are very, oh, I'm so clever with this real nuanced take on a situation, but then it comes back to bite you. Do you know what I mean? It's not a secret. You can probably guess what it is. It's to do with, well, you can probably guess. You can probably guess what we're talking about, right? It's a bit like, it's like, when people have like an age of consent conversation, Like, yeah, you could be like super brutally honest about what you truly think of that topic. Or you can say, I think it should be 25. Okay? And the consequences, if you say, I think it should be 25, people are going to be like, oh, you pussy. And that'll be the end of it, right? But if you get it wrong and you say something crazy, people are going to go, you're a nonce. You're a nonce. And that will stay with you forever. And that will stay with you forever. So you're probably better off not having the bold take and saving yourself the trouble of having a terrible label hung around your neck forever, right? We're hagmaxing. Use an alt. Yeah, exactly. See, look, you're already alluding to it. I think it should, I think it should be 18. Right? There we go. That'll do. And I think any further discussion beyond that, you open it yourself up to people picking apart. Loads of people have done this, right? Loads of people have done this in their time. Particularly someone like Rose Mulet, who's got, a back foot. Because of their identity, they are going to be viewed more harshly because of this stuff. So you need to be even more careful, right? Just the way of life. Food shops is another cautionary tale, I think, on that matter. Anyway, yeah, I just think that as fun as it can be to have a certain conversation about a very controversial topic, sometimes you're better off not having the conversation and saving yourself the negative impression that it gives by having had the conversation in the first place. That's it, At worst, you'll be forgotten. You'll be a forgettable take. Better to have a take that's forgettable than a take that everyone remembers, but then they label you as something terrible because of it, right? That's, I guess, the perspective I've got on it.
The future, where we will become a lot more progressive and a lot more reasonable regarding these situations. I just had falsely assumed that I would live to see that day. I no longer believe that this is an obtainable goal within my lifetime. So this has led
within lifetime. Okay, dude. Oh no.
me to the only reasonable conclusion, and that is to accept that my life is already essentially over. And
bear in mind, they did say at the start, don't worry about them. They're not going to, I think you got to contextualize this with their earlier comments. And I think that this isn't meant to, it sounds very bad, but I don't think it's meant to be that. I think,
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Hey, thank you for the super chat. Looking forward to your paid music react streams. That might be a fun idea, actually, that I'll never do. Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I don't think there's any risk regardless, okay? Like I said, I had a very brief conversation with Rose Mulet. They were, seemingly disappointed with what had happened, but they did not come across as particularly, let's just say they weren't sending me anything of what to tell their family and stuff like that, okay? But I definitely can see how this comes across as a bit suicide-y baity. So.
And I say it like that because continuing to live life with no real hope, no chance of escape is like living in a vegetative state. The only thing that prevents you from pulling the plug is the basic natural human instinct to want to be alive.
Oh my God. Come on, Rose, please. Don't be so dramatic. I do think you need to understand this person is desperate for online fame. They are absolutely starving and hungry for it. You know, they're very keen to have that taste of success online. So I think to them, not having an online profile is like tantamount to some sort of death. Absolutely. Not very Shomer Vile. Listen, we're trying not to comment too much on that, but I appreciate your input, okay? Yeah, no, of course, I've said that I don't fully trust Rose Mulet. I'm trying to be fair, though. I'm trying to be fair. I'm in a very fair mood today. Fair and reasonable.
And I'm fortunate in the sense that I have a very strong motivation to want to be alive. So moving forward, I realistically can't imagine a path ahead. Any sane person placed in my situation would break down. Humans are not designed for hopelessness. That's the reason we've evolved so much and so far, is because we had to have that drive in us. And I had a lot of drive. More drive than any reasonable person should have. So much drive to the point where it could be considered insanity and delusion. And that drive has been permanently extinguished. I know that to a lot of you, maybe this sounds like this is an overreaction to something temporary, and that if I were to sit on this...
Hey! We were saying this is an overreaction, eh? Listen, look. Now look here, listen. There's not a hostage video. Yeah, I think you need to understand as well that this new video they did, I think, was a genuine effort to try and put something out there that's more positive. So, especially with Brad tucking tail, they probably feel a bit disappointed about it. But it's just not that deep. It's not that deep. You know? Relax. Chill out. It'll be fine. Come on. It's coming home tonight. Football's coming home. I think. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite. I'm sure it will. England are probably going to lose. But anyway.
I would surely feel better at some point in the future. And I believed that for the longest time. And I do think that that is true for most people. I happen to just be in a very unique and...
Yes, Peeping Sam raises a good point. I think that what Rose needs to recognize is that you were dealing with Brad. Brad is a totally gutless individual who is being pulled in 5 different directions, seemingly behind the scenes. So him backing down is less to do with you and more to do with his lack of ability to stand on something. And also, it has happened at quite a difficult time after this Ethan Klein stuff has happened. So yeah. Thank God Trump is... Yeah, I agree. Damn. Democracy shall commence again. Yes, exactly. Brad is like a puppet to his audience. Yes, precisely.
Unfortunate case where even if I do have periods in my life where things slightly get better, it's only inevitable that it's all doomed to fall apart.
Rose tweeted, yeah, we looked at that. If it was acceptable to be racist and homophobic, the amount of bigotry would get more spread out and trans people wouldn't get hit so hard. I thought that was funny. Based. Self-interested bigotry on others. If they ever go at you, they'll ever go at me. Excellent.
I could make great connections like I've attempted to in the past. I've made really close friends in my life, only for them to find out about the things that I've said in the past. And all of a sudden, that relationship is destroyed despite me not doing anything wrong to that person. And that is something that I can't accept. Maybe it's just the way that my brain is specifically wired, but I can't accept the fact that there is no chance, no opportunity, no way.
Also, another thing as well to bear in mind with this, if this is genuinely a sympathy bait
Okay,
video,
that's wonderful.
it's
But how do I
totally
make
worthless.
money off
Because who is
depressed
going to
people?
be,
I'm
you
gonna
know...
sing the doom song now. Doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom doom.
Alien Robot, thank you for the 333. Like, you know, I obviously am giving fair takes on this. So you could argue I'm being taken in by it, okay? Right? But, I mean, I'm not going to start watching Rose's content. I'm not going to be like, oh, what's Rose's new song going to be? I can't wait for that to come out. Like, it's not going to be like that with me. So who would have that? Who would watch this and be like, oh, I feel really sorry for this wretched mess of a person. I'm going to go and watch their content now. Chat is very ruthless. You're very ruthless as always. But yeah, if I was Rose's PR agent, I would say, put out a final statement. In fact, collect everything, addressing all my controversies, and go through them one by one by one. Talk about what it was, honestly, openly, clarify what you were doing there, state your position on it, and move on. That's the best move. I don't know who Brad is, and this is unknown. Okay. Brad is a guy. He's a dude.
Out, no correct option, no right thing to say, but that is the situation that I've run myself into. In the past, when things have gone wrong, the primary thing that made me feel better was acknowledging mistakes that I've made and trying to self-improve, knowing that in the future I can do the right thing, and that doing the right thing would lead to a better outcome. And with that no longer being possible, I have no more motivation to do anything. So with that, I'm saying goodbye. There's always the possibility that...
Oh no. No, goodbye. What does that mean? Goodbye as in see you again, or goodbye as in here's an invite to my funeral. Because I've just, you know. Oh my god.
that maybe I would feel better in a month, but I think it's very reasonable at this point to assume that that would not be the case. I just want to clarify one more time that I'm okay and not to worry about me. I am just posting this video purely as a cautionary tale for how to prevent these sorts of situations from happening in the future. The most valuable trait in humans is forgiveness, acceptance, rehabilitation, and redemption. And too often, I see...
Also, bear in mind, guys, don't forget too, okay, just to bring a little bit of a political flavour to this. It's a day of politics, after all. Important things happening. These people that are going at Rose Mulet are exactly the... I'm telling you, they are exactly the kind of the people that bloviate about redemption, forgiveness, rehabilitation, and so on and so on and so on. They are exactly the same people that do that. Okay? Yes, exactly. They never forgive and they never forget if you're determined to be a wrong person. Right? They will, in the same breath, complain about the fact, or they'll give apologia for the fact that some individual has committed a crime, a terrible crime, because it's politically favourable to them. An actual crime that's hurt people. And then they'll simultaneously you know, significantly chastise and go way too hard against Rose Mulet, despite the fact that only crime is saying crazy stuff for attention, you know? Like, there is no harm that I can see that Rose Mulet has caused from just saying crazy stuff. You mean, well, I don't want to get racialized, you know? We're not doing racial today, okay? I don't want to because it's the big match later. We're relying on the racials. Don't want to get into that.
People focusing on the negatives. Instead of focusing on societal issues, they decide to make certain people out to be villains, to reflect and represent all the things that they hate. And this isn't healthy. It's also not accurate. Just because you've dealt with pain does not make it justifiable to inflict that pain onto others. That's why I've always had such a strong rejection to this vindictive justice that I've seen. And it's deeply ironic that my advocacy for believing that people can change and that we shouldn't wish for the death of people who have done bad things, and my belief that all human beings are capable and worthy of redemption, it's very ironic that that is the very thing that destroyed me. That's the very thing that caused people to lose empathy for me. My experiences in my life have caused me to have this perspective where I make sure to humanize people and look to see the best in everyone. I understand that to a lot of people, this may seem like naivety, but I think it's much preferable to the alternative, which is what we're seeing today. And that is good people being hurt out of fear, out of revenge, out of vindictive justice. And I'm certainly not the first, and I certainly won't be the last. So for the future generations that stumble upon this video, please let this message be a warning and let it teach you empathy, even for the worst people that you know, and that the way...
Okay, I know. Is this real or not? I don't
Okay,
know.
that's wonderful.
It seems
But
a bit
how do I
real,
make
at least.
money off depressed people?
Mate, I'm a lifelong nihilist, and even this person makes me think they're making the void embarrassed and is avoiding Bill doesn't begin to describe it.
Thank you for the 333. You said it's not content. It is content. It's part of the Brad Taste in Music drama. It's, well, I mean, it kind of ties into an old piece of content that I did where I spoke to Rose Mulet years ago and went over some of their embarrassing things. No. I think this is more of a, you know, I've done everything I can with the internet. There's nothing more I can do. You know, that's it, really. I don't think there's any chance of, you know what, should we say? Okay. Who talks about non-white people as racials? That's very bizarre. I do, because I'm racist. Yeah, I feel like when I've previously there's a falseness to some of this stuff that is kind of discernible. Maybe not here. Anyway,
that you treat those people judges your character. I think it is very fitting 2023 for me to end on that note. Goodbye. It's been Rose Mulet, and to those of you who claim that you would have been my friend if you were present for me at this moment, thank you. It's people like you that are going to save people in the future. And it's people like you that prove that there's still good in this world.
It's too much, dude. It's too much. Too rich for my blood. Too rich for my blood, I must say. No, I think there's enough in there to say that I don't think it's a suicide bait thing necessarily. It's more just, I don't know, man. I was fair. I was exceptionally fair. No, I don't. There's nothing to do with the G word. It's literally just, hey, this has been a thing that's happened. Let's, you know, I mean, I guess this is probably, to be honest, this is probably the end, I want to say, of the BradTasteInMusic drama. Because what else could possibly happen off the back of this? But stranger things have happened, guys. Stranger things have happened. But for now, I think that is the final segment on the BradTasteInMusic stuff. If there's more developments, obviously I'll talk about it, but I don't really see where it could go from here.